So today I am switching out my fans, and I'm going to show you guys the difference between these Sanace fans, which are extremely loud and overkill for my application at the moment. I'm not using any super high-powered hardware in the storage server. So what I'm going to do is I picked up 3 of these Noctua. They're the Redux 1800 RPM 80mm fans, which are pretty solid quality, and hopefully they do the job a little bit quieter than these Sanace fans. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these Sanace fans out of the hot swap enclosure, and we're going to fit these things in. They do have a really long braided cable, so there might I don't know if I'll be able to wrap this around. It looks like there's room that I could do that. So yeah, let's get to doing that. So these fans, pretty nice box actually. Pretty minimalistic. These are the Noctua. They're supposed to be a little bit more affordable than their main line of fans, but they still come in a nice box and look to be the build quality that Noctua is known for. Just they're a little bit cheaper. Instead of like $20 a fan, they're about $12. Still a little pricey compared to some fans out there, but I thought I'd try these out because why not? Try out their quality. They're known for it for a reason. All that comes in the box is the fan and a little bag of screws. So before I fire these new ones up, we're going to do a kind of a control. So we're going to throw the Sanace ones back in. And I do want to reuse these hot swap things because it makes it really easy to pull the fans out. Especially if I need to take this thing out anytime. Not really expecting the fans to die, but if I need to pull this out to get at the back plane or something like that, it makes it easier to just pop this out than to unplug everything, or pop just a fan out if I need to reach here. And they look cool. So now those are in, let's plug in my power. Okay, so this is the Sanace 80mm fans. There's 4 of them. They're plugged directly into the back plane. They're going at full speed because they're not hooked up to PWM. So let's see how that sounds. Lots of airflow, but lots of noise. Now that we have that done, let's go ahead and remove one of these fans from its enclosure. Now, hopefully these are regular fan screws. With the feeling of them they are. Yep. They are regular fan screws. So what we gotta do is pull this out. Now, this is where I think the other ones are gonna have issue. There we go. That just pops off. And that is free. The fan should slide right out like that. We want our Noctua fans to push the air the same direction as the Sanace ones were. So on the Noctua fans, you can see the arrow. That's the direction of the airflow and the rotation of the fan. So what we want to do is, since these were in this way is back, this is the way the air is going, we also want to match that up with this fan. It's going to be a lot less air moving, but it's going to be a lot quieter. And like I said, I don't actually need the full airflow that this would need if it had a Xeon CPU in it and ECC RAM, which gets pretty hot. I'm also not running 12 hard drives in this yet, and once I get to that point, it should be in a place where I can probably put these fans back in without having to worry about the noise. What I ended up deciding on was they fit. The only problem is I have to put the cable out in full, and it actually fits really nicely. Let's focus on that. The cable goes through both sides of the Noctua fan, and it lines up perfectly with the top of this hot swap bracket thing. And all the screws line up perfectly. And another issue I found was that we're not going to be able to use this because the bays in here, it's a different type of connector. Even though it is the same, it's a PWM fan, 4-pin. The notches on the fan connector don't slide in properly. I think it's because of the way they have it, so it's clipped in there, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're just going to do this, continue to use these just to hold the fans in, and they'll slide in like normal here. And then I'm just going to plug this in directly to the fan header. So it's not quite hot swappable, but it's still easy to remove because the length of the cables and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's do the rest of them and then get to the actual test. Got the Noctua fans in. What I did was I did it just like the other ones. I got to have them stick out like that, and they're directly plugged into the back plane, and they are all the right way. And yeah, this is slide that in, clips in just fine. The only difference is the cables are kind of outside and they're really long, so they're kind of hard to manage properly, but I'm going to throw zip ties on here once I've got everything in the way I want it. Like I got to clean up the cabling over here and back here. But as it stands, I think it's ready to go for these fans. So let's plug this thing in and give her a test. And let's see the difference between the other ones. Okay, here goes. Wow. That is an impressive difference. Wow, these are quiet. And they're pushing quite a bit of air when there's 3 of them here. Yeah, these are impressive, actually. So I've got the 3 in configuration. They're pulling from the front. You can feel them pulling the air in. And once I put the top on, because right now it's pulling out of the top here, but once I put the lid on, which I'll do in a second, like I can feel it at the back already, which is nice. So let's throw the top part of the case on. And just set this on top. Still need another CPU fan, but I can feel it at the back here. And I can feel it pulling through the hard drive that I have in the front here. And the rest are all blocked up, but if I stick my hand in the cracks here, I can feel it pulling air, so it's doing its job. And like I said, it's not running anything super intensive, so it should be good to go. I can feel it coming through the screw holes too once I put the screws back in. So let's pull this back off. That's lovely. So as of right now, this is pretty set up. I just got to put hard drives in it. The next video that I'm going to do on this is going to be switching the RAID card from HBA mode, or not HBA mode, from the regular RAID mode to IT mode, which is basically a hard drive pass-through, acts as an HBA, so I can, oh, that's nice, so I can access the hard drive directly from the OS, which is going to be Unraid, and that'll give me all the smart data and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's going to be the next video, is configuring that RAID card, and then after that we'll be installing Unraid. So I'm going to, once this is IT mode, which is the next video, I'm going to replace this as well, because it's too close to the top, and it's a stock shitty fan from AMD. So that's going to be removed, and I'm probably going to get the Noctua, I think it's like LP9 or something like that, or LV, I don't know what the model number is. Whatever it is, it's a low profile. It's about half the height of this one, and it comes with a 120mm Noctua fan on the top as well, and that's about $45. So that's not actually that bad of a price, considering the fan itself costs like $25. So yeah, that's where it is at this moment. This video should be relatively quick. Hope you enjoyed that, and if you ended up getting a Chenbro case like this, just know that you can swap these fans out. It's not the most ideal with how they don't actually fit into the hot swap spots. I could fix that by shaving the plastic off of the Noctua cables, but I really don't want to do that because I don't really want to modify the fans. I did have to also shave a little bit of plastic off of the clips on here, just because they wouldn't go in all the way, because the Noctua fans, I guess, are like probably a millimeter wider than the SanAce ones. But yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this or found it informative, liked it, whatever, give me a like down below. And if you have any questions, I try and answer every comment that I get. Yeah, hopefully you guys are excited for the next part as much as I am. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.